We intend to build a museum here in Mansfield that tells the story of Mansfield from the beginning of time until now.
Council's very excited to finally kickstart the Station Precinct program, which the community have been calling for 40 years.
The Heritage Museum will display artefacts and information about Aboriginal occupation in our district.
So starting off with the first footsteps of animal life out of the sea 350 million years ago, which we actually have proof of and which will be displayed in the museum, onto the first peoples of this nation, the Tongarong people, who followed the migration of the bogong moth each year up into the mountains, and no doubt had a close relationship to the Goulburn River, which is so important to us all and starts in our area. And then going on to the European settlement, which was also informed by geography because of the rich pastoral lands and also the goldfields that were here, which were so important to us. So it's really a journey through time, and I think that's something that people will find really interesting, and a really interesting approach to telling them why they're here, why they live here, and perhaps why they visited here.
We are partnering with some other very important groups in the town to make sure this project is fully inclusive of Mansfield history. The Tongarong Land and Water Council, the Flinders University in Adelaide, the Mansfield Shire Council, Gadaba, which is a local support group for Indigenous people, and many other businesses have kicked in, and they are really behind us.
From a very early stage in the design process, it's been very important to continue a sight line between the scar tree and Beolite. And this has formed the orientation of the building, and otherwise very parallel space.
The support in the community has been demonstrated by some big donors that have thrown in some significant amount of money to get this thing started, which in turn has attracted 1.2 million from the Australian government. People like John Canavan, the Community Bank, and many people with our crowdfunding.
We've been involved in this project for quite some time. Initially in 2009, we helped to fund the development of a concept for the whole program, which we were very proud to be a part of. Since then, we've funded a number of different things for the project, and more recently we've actually helped with some seed funding to finalise the final monies required to make the project possible. So the bank's very proud to be part of this particular project, which will be a real boon for the Mansfield area.
There has been pressure building on the Historical Society and the Shire, and indeed around the community, to build a museum at Mansfield. We are about to realise that dream.